You know what's fun to watch? All these manosphere comedians who voted for Trump in 2024 and are realizing it was like not smart.
People that like, they'll DM me and be like, you see what your boy's doing? You voted for this. I'm like, I voted for none of this. He's doing the exact opposite of everything I voted for. Yeah. I want him to stop the wars. He's funding them. I want him to shrink spending, reduce the budget. He's increasing it. It's like everything that he said he's going to do. What is the best way to handle like somebody that I voted for that is not living up to their promises? I'm criticizing them. The only party right now that to me seems America first is the Democrat Socialist Party.
Yep.
Bernie is America first.
I think I figured it out. I think what happened was like all the Joe Rogans, the Andrew Schultzes, they were like dating liberals, right? And then they voted for Trump because they saw liberals as like that nagging wife who's like, don't be the worst. So in a moment of weakness and narcissism, they got drunk and slept with the right wing. You know what's happening now? They're waking up the next morning in Ben Shapiro's apartment and looking around going like, oh my God, I have made a horrible mistake. I mean, these comedians have openly told us that their default setting is liberal.
My parents were hippies. You know, we lived in San Francisco during the Vietnam War. My parents were like straight up hippies. That's how I was raised. And so for me, it was always like the liberals were the ones who wanted education and open-mindedness.
And he's not alone. Theo Vaughn's parents taught at Oxford University. I made that up. That's not true. His family's actually Polish royalty. Not kidding. Apparently, potentially assassinated. It got weird. But like Andrew Schultz said multiple times, his parents were like cultural elites in New York, which explains his like street accent that like it shows up when he's trying to impress blacks.
You just gotta say everyone gets these jokes, bro. That's what you gotta say.
So what happened? My take is they both stopped trying. Like the nice way to say it is, the left was like, I think you can be a better man. And these comedians were like, why can't you love me the way I am? And if I want to be mean about it, the left took them for granted, saying, you must vote for a non-sentient Joe Biden or you're evil. And these guys were like, you know, I could try to be a better man, but then again, I'm a lazy and the right laughs every time I say retard. Sorry. But now all those manosphere comedians are waking up and going like, oh, wow, I feel like the right was just lying to me.
He's doing the exact opposite of everything I voted for. Yeah. I want him to stop the wars. He's funding them. I want him to shrink spending, reduce the budget. He's increasing it. It's like everything that he said he's going to do except sending immigrants back. And now he's even flip-flopped on that.
It's insane. There's two things that are insane. One is the targeting of migrant workers, not cartel members, not gang members, not drug dealers, just construction workers showing up in construction sites and raiding them, gardeners.
Donald Trump looks, and man, I supported him this last year. I apologize for doing so. It was a bad calculation. At the time, it seemed like the right one, but he should be impeached and removed for this one.
She said something about that there was like thousands of hours of tapes of people doing horrible crimes.
There is. And didn't the FBI dude say that there was nothing?
Kash Patel said there's nothing you're looking for. Oh, okay. Or just bomb Iran and everybody forgets
Just bomb Iran, yeah.
Everybody forgets about it.
Yeah, that's kind of how you feel after you realize you made a huge sexual mistake. You like wake up at Tim Pool's house going like, oh God, how did I the guy with like swords on his wall? I mean, they seduced them with promises of Epstein tapes going public, but 5 minutes after they get what they want, it's like, hey, Joe, can you get dressed and get out of here? And by the way,
I'm done talking about Epstein for the time being. I'm going to trust my friends in the administration. I'm going to trust my friends in the government.
I have the names of the people who are making the claim.
Okay, who are your sources? Let's go down the list, and then we'll talk about why they might be saying that.
My sources are the President of the United States, the Vice President of the United States, Kash Patel, the head of the FBI, Dan Bongino, the Deputy Head of the FBI, and Pam Bondi, the Attorney General.
And it sucks because a lot of people think that like these manosphere comedians are super cool. And they got tooted and booted by dorks. Like pick literally any issue. And MAGA's army of grifters has like biblically cringe-inducing, risless, penis-shriveling takes. Like Taylor Swift getting engaged.
This is something that I hope will make Taylor Swift more conservative. Reject feminism. Submit to your husband, Taylor. You're not in charge. And most importantly, I can't wait to go to a Taylor Kelsey concert. I can't say it without laughing.
God, don't even smile. Look at your face. What the is happening? I mean, how could you have kids and still be such a virgin? I mean, the only way this guy could be married is if he convinced a woman that her actual opinions don't matter. And it's so creepy how obsessed he is with her having sex.
But maybe one of the reasons why Taylor Swift has been so just kind of annoyingly liberal over the last couple of years is that she's not yet married and she doesn't have children. I want them to have lots of children. I think that if she ends up having children and have a ton of children, I think that Taylor Swift having 2 or 3 children, she should have more children than she has houses.
I just love the wide shot because it's like everyone has left him alone with his terrible thoughts. Like, Charlie, no one's gonna have kids. Nothing makes you want to less than you. And he's weirdly obsessed with like one endorsement Kelsey had out of many.
And honestly, Pfizer pays well, baby. I mean, Pfizer pays the bills. That is quite a ring, Mr. Kelsey. I'm impressed.
Yeah, he's a football player. He signed a 2-year, $35 million football contract. That's in addition to his 4-year, $57 million contract that he had before that. His podcast is worth $100 million, dude. He can buy a ring. Like, the manosphere podcasters have to be looking around being like, I can't believe I'm on these dudes' side.
But I have been told by many sources, myriad and sundry, that it's very important that we talk about Taylor Swift's new album cover. It is her in like a bathroom stall or something. I'm very confused as to what is going on here. She is bent over at the waist, putting her arms against a wall while wearing a showgirl outfit that's cut up thigh high, essentially. All right.
You're confused? It's a ass. It's a girl's, it's a ass. Like, these guys can't even do the most basic bro thing in the world, like make fun of gay cheerleaders without coming off as total nerds.
Minnesota Vikings cheerleader who is a flamingly gay man. Having a dude do it is ridiculous, like laughably ridiculous. Now, again, as a conservative, I'm not a big fan of the female cheerleaders on the sideline either, because I just think that it's become sort of a glorified stripper pole thing.
Cool, what a man's man. But even on the actual political stuff, these podcast dudes are quite out of step with your mainstream MAGA moron.
The only party right now that to me seems America first is the Democrat Socialist Party.
Yep.
Bernie is America first.
What undergirds the Bernie movement is a seething hatred of the United States, a seething hatred of the West, a belief that the West is somehow morally inferior to other parts of the world.
I just don't think they work together. So what do we do now? I mean, there's a temptation for us to be like, yo, bro, can I say like you were made a fool of? Here's how he reacts.
What is the best way to handle like somebody that I voted for that is not living up to their promises? I'm criticizing them. And some responses are, well, yeah, you're a idiot. And I was like, I don't know if that's the best way to build a coalition.
No, it isn't, but it feels good. Like, I'm pissed. And you're acknowledging to some extent that I'm right, dude. Trump lied to you. You got took. You're realizing it now. Period. It sounds like you're not mad at me for calling you an idiot. You're mad because you're embarrassed you got taken for a ride, as you were telling everyone else that you were outsmarting them. And now you're mad at me for being mean, even though you go and like kill Tony, which is like intentionally like mean, and you voted for Trump, who is mean. Yeah, no, I respect Andrew Schultz as a writer, as a comedian. He's like wildly talented and thoughtful. But I guess in this moment, the nicest thing I can do to the guy is just be the bigger person. Give him some space and let him think about the fact that like he got taken advantage of by a guy like this.
Not only can you take a load, you can take the ultimate load. And even better than that, that you find your true calling and destiny in your willingness to take the ultimate load.
Thanks for watching. I'm Brett. I'm going to be gone for the next few weeks, but we do have videos going up. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.